Okay, hi, Sue here from the Maze Parents community. Lots of you will already know me, but for those of you who don't, we are a parents-led community offering a specialist weekly programme and monthly drop-in sessions. But lots of you will already know what we're doing, so I'm sending you a little message today to tell you about what's coming up, exciting news. So the weekly programme has been running now for quite a long time, and the coffee mornings too. And now we're really keen to broaden the offer that we have for families. So coming up in the autumn, we are planning a series of workshops. So they will cover lots of the topics that we've been covering at Maze in more depth and over a little bit of a longer period of time. So I've been talking to all of the people that I've been collaborating with over the last couple of years at Maze and deciding and speaking together about what workshops we're going to offer in partnership. So a whole range of other professionals, and there'll be some workshops around more detail around sensory processing difficulties, more specifically around some of the particular difficulties around sensory problems and what you can do at home to help your child with those. Issues around mental health, I know it's a massive topic for lots of people. So there'll be workshops around anxiety, for example, school refusal. We'll be looking also in more depth around challenging behaviour, some of the causes of that, including some of the physical causes, which might be around poor ability to sleep, continence, eating, all of those topics that we cover at Maze, but just in more depth and detail. So we'll have a really interesting programme for you over the autumn and into next year. And then, so we're wanting to give you a bit of a broader spectrum of support and help and information. And the other part is around something a bit more wider geographical area. So hence today, this is the first example of us delivering a podcast for you. So we hope that this is going to be something that we can do more often and more regularly. It'll be lovely to hear from you what you think about this, what you would like. I would like to think that there'll be a mixture of things on offer. So that might mean topics that we can talk about. It might mean I have an interview with a professional that you'd like to know more about. Or it might mean that you email me with some of your queries and questions that I can actually answer in a podcast like this one. People message me all the time asking for help and advice and information. And actually so many people message me, sometimes I find it really difficult to answer absolutely everybody. So it would be really good to be able to answer some of the things that commonly people are asking me, and to do this in a format like this so that it's accessible for many more people and over a much wider area. So long term also, I have a plan for Maze which involves getting what we've got into some kind of a published version. So obviously working with a podcast, which will hopefully be something more regular, and the series of workshops that we offer for you will enable me to really think about what is it that you will really need to know more about. So any of you who've been to Maze will know that it's never long enough, each session's too short, the number of weeks we have is never enough. And so this will be a real opportunity for me to think about what more is it that you will need so that we can begin to put that together and hopefully get that into a published version. So exciting plans for Maze. Now, because the workshops that I'm talking about will be with a range of professionals that we've already been collaborating with, it means that you will have more access to a wider range of professionals for a longer period of time. And so we've been talking in our little group, in our community, about what that might mean for what you then also need from us. And so we're thinking about the coffee mornings, the drop-in sessions that we have. And because of demand, we changed those so that you could book appointments to see those professionals and you have a 30-minute consultation. But what we found was that the demand is so enormous, and then 30 minutes is never enough. So you will be able to speak to more of those professionals for much longer in the workshops that we've got. So that leaves us wondering, what's the role for coffee mornings? And what we really think is that what most people want is just someone to talk to and a little bit of nurture, a shoulder to cry on, a little bit of encouragement from other people that have been through what we've all experienced and can help us with their experience too along our journey. So that's the plan, is that our coffee mornings will become much more informal than they are now. Not bookings, not appointments, just turn up, bring the children if you need to. So that's what we're planning to do. Now, you might think that's an awful lot of work to do, and you're right, it is a lot of work, and we're beavering away like mad at the moment. So that means that we're going to really struggle to hold coffee morning in June. So we are going to say there's going to be no coffee morning in June this time, but we are working towards realising our plan very soon, which will include coffee morning in the summer holidays. Lots of people have been asking about that. So I hope you can bear with us over the June. There'll still be coffee mornings going on in Harwich, and I will post information and let you all know as soon as I can what's happening and where the coffee mornings are going to be. That's it for now. Brilliant. Speak to you all soon.